But
मैं
most of the principal would be joining.
Okay, okay.
अच्छा, and faculty members also.
Yes, yes. I will depute somebody else who is staying in Nagpur, my staff. I'll depute somebody else.
I too have circulated a notice for staff members living in Nagpur.
Yeah.
कार्तिक YouTube लिंक पोस्ट कर दिया क्या?
Pardon sir?
YouTube लिंक पोस्ट किया
अभी जस्ट क्रिएट हुआ है सर, अभी दे रहे हैं।
अच्छा,
अभी जस्ट क्रिएट है, उनका कुछ VMV का कुछ मैनेजमेंट के साथ स्टाफ का मीटिंग चालू है, देयरफॉर द डिले।
अच्छा,
कोणाचं मुदगल सरांची मीटिंग सुरू आहे?
हो।
श्याम सर जुड़ गए क्या? वीवो श्याम सर का है?
sir, it was a good proposal.
Again.
To felicitate our deans. Last time we did felicitate vice chancellors. And GD also in Santaji College. That is a good venue. Yes, sir.
Sir, I have posted the YouTube link. Okay. I have posted the YouTube link.
आप कंडक्ट करने वाले हो ना?
मैडम है ना, मिश्रा मैडम करने वाले हैं।
Yes sir, good morning, I am here sir.
Good. So one Sabhay and the other friend.
कोरेटी सर ज्वाइन हो गए क्या? बिकॉज आई कांट सी हिम। सर को एक बार
वही मैं लगाता हूँ
पावर
फिर
पॉइंट
से।
एक बार चेक कर लेना चाहिए सर का, क्योंकि कल इनिशियली महेश्वरी सर्किस में प्रॉब्लम था।
गुड मॉर्निंग।
कुरेटी सर अभी दिखाई नहीं दे रहे हैं, शायद वो अभी ज्वाइन
नहीं दिखाई दे रहे मुझे भी।
कार्तिक सर मैंने डालना ही सवाल इसके लिए। कार्तिक सर कहाँ रखते देखो। कार्तिक सर मैंने को होस्ट बना दिया।
हेलो,
मुदगल सर ज्वाइन हो गए हैं।
हाँ मुदगल सर ज्वाइन दिख रहे हैं मुझे।
Okay, shall we start?
नहीं, कोरेटी सर को ज्वाइन होने दो एक बार।
ठीक है ना?
क्योंकि बच्चों ने मना कर दिया लास्ट में, तो शायद भी कोई नहीं।
Joined through the computer, so it's picking up that.
तो लेनोवो जो है वो कोरेटी सर का है क्या?
लेनोवो है।
So we, if Abhay sir is there and if all the respected principals are there,
नहीं,
then
एक मिनट कोरेटी सर का पीपीटी एक बार रन करके देख लेना चाहिए, कल महेश्वरी सर के इसमें प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था। सिर्फ एक मिनट। सर स्लाइड्स आप शेयर करके देखना चाहेंगे क्या?
हाँ हाँ
Already, सर, क्योंकि कल महेश्वरी सर का इनिशियली स्ट्रक हो रहा था।
करता हूँ।
अभी जा रहा हूँ गावंडे करके, वो जो डायरेक्टर है उनसे मिलने जा रहा हूँ।
अभी आए हैं क्या वो कि
हाँ है, जो तुम्हारे कैंपस में तुम्हारी प्रपोज बिल्डिंग की।
कोई तो भी अनम्यूट करना चाहिए, कोई तो भी वॉइस आ रहा है।
और आपको ये बंद नहीं करना है कि ये महिला में अभी बच्चों को आपको नहीं बोलना।
पुराने प्रिंसिपल लोग बढ़िया ऐसे कमरे के बाहर निकले ही नहीं कभी, उनको जरूरत ही नहीं थी। है ना, समय
मैत्रे सर,
उनको जरूरत नहीं थी, डेवलपमेंट को कोई लेना
मैत्रे
देना
सर, मैत्रे सर, वॉइस वो अनम्यूट होना चाहिए।
नहीं।
आपके यहाँ पे जो होंगे, अगर जिसको ऐसा है
अरे वो स्पीकर लेके आना था।
अगर यही हुआ तो मैं आपको गारंटी देगा, बिकॉज़ मेरे पास इतने तो नए डिनोमिनेटर नहीं किया है। बच्चों ने सीट 50,000 दिया तो सोचिए गए हमारे देते बच्चों ने पार्टी का वर्कशॉप लिया, पूरा पढ़ाया, रजिस्ट्रेशन किया, उनको नहीं करवाया, हमने किया। और उसके बाद वो दिल्ली ही नहीं जाएंगे तो हमको क्या मिलता है? गए नहीं सर, गए
मान लीजिए ना।
और राजू भाई वो मेरे रूम से स्पीकर लेके आओ जल्दी, शाह के पास स्पीकर लेके आओ।
कोरेटी सर, आपका वीडियो भी ऑफ है।
हाँ हाँ करता हूँ सर, एक्चुअली स्पीकर लगा रहा हूँ मैं।
अच्छा,
झालं काम केलं झालं ते झालं का? तुला सांगितलं पुराणे चाललं नाही पाठवलं पाहिजे. अरे तो व्हिडिओ कॉन्फरन्स नाही कहाँ गए हो? क्या है?
कोरेटी सर रेडी?
हाँ रेडी।
तब स्लाइड रन करके देखना चाहते हैं क्या?
स्लाइड तो हो जाएगा।
ठीक है, तो विल स्टार्ट।
Shall we start, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
कोरेटी सर, कैन वी स्टार्ट?
Can we start, sir?
ठीक है,
कोरेटी सर, कैन वी स्टार्ट?
आपस में बैठ के आप अपनी मीटिंग ले लो और आपस में बैठकर को हेल्प करोगे तो आर्टिकल एक्टिविटी हो जाएगी। और एक ऐसा ही एमसीक्यू यहीं से बच्चे
Purity sir, can we start?
प्लीज
चालू करें क्या?
जी 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 स्टार्ट करें। सिर्फ एक कंट्रोल रूम से थोड़ा नॉइज एरर है, वो देख लेना।
कहाँ से है? एक मिनट देख रहा हूँ मैं।
मेरे ख्याल से शुरू करें। मिश्रा मैम स्टार्ट कीजिए।
शुरू करें सर?
Yeah.
Can we start, sir?
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Please proceed, madam.
Okay. Very good morning to all of you. In the 3-day online workshop on National Education Policy 2020, Challenges and Opportunities, I, Shuchismita Mishra, on behalf of J.M. Patel Arts, Commerce and Science College, Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, Dr. M.K. Umathe College, Santaji Mahavidyalay, Nabira Mahavidyalay, Raiwari College, SB City College, and VMB Commerce, JMT Arts, and JJP Science College welcome you all. Friends, the NEP 2020 is founded on the 5 guidance pillars of access, equity, quality, affordability, and accountability. Before the implementation of NEP in our RTM Nagpur University, the 8 leading colleges of the city came together to discuss the opportunity and challenges of NEP 2020. Really, it's a novel and progressive step. After the success of 2-day discussion, we are here today for 3rd day and last day of the session. I invite officiating principal of VMB College, Dr. Abhay Mudgal sir, for opening remarks.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable presidents and secretaries of all collaborative institutes. Today's resource person, Dr. Shamrao Kuretti sir, Honorable Dean, Faculty of Humanities, respected principal of all collaborative colleges. Today marks the culmination of a significant 3-day online workshop on National Education Policy 2020 Challenges and Opportunities. The last 2 sessions have been rich in informative content. Change is always comes with challenges. Implementation of NEP in the Faculty of Humanities is a Herculean task. Since the faculty has a number of subjects, as a teacher, as an administrator also, I found that frequent changes in the stand taken by the university and the authorities have put all of us in the confusion. To implement NEP effectively, teachers must be oriented and the counseling of the students must be done, and it is necessary. We teachers need to be more updated than ever before. I humbly request all the participants to read the syllabus of their subjects and guide the students. I'm sure today Dr. Koretti's sessions will be more fruitful and will satisfy all our queries. With this, I conclude. And thank you. Thank you so much. Over to Mishram.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite Dr. S.K. Naveen sir, principal of Nabira Mahavidyalay, for introductory address.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I deem it my honor and privilege to welcome our esteemed resource person, Dr. Shamrao Kuretti sir, Dean Humanities, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur, all honorable presidents, secretaries of collaborating colleges. I salute the leaders of 8 esteemed institutions, the principals who came together at one online platform to understand and face challenges and seek opportunities NEP 2020 has brought before all stakeholders of higher education. I thank Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sanjay Dubey Sahab, who addressed us all the very first day on NEP 2020. I also thank Dr. Sanjay Kavishwar Sahab, Dean Commerce and Management, as well as Dr. Prashant Maheshwari Sahab, Dean Science and Technology of our university, who threw light on majors, minors, and all verticals of anything. Many queries and doubts were raised, which they tried to answer. However, there remain some which need to be addressed, particularly about workload for various verticals. I, on behalf of teaching fraternity of my college and on my personal behalf, profusely thank Dr. Akhilesh Petwe, esteemed Principal MP Dev Memorial Science College, Nagpur, and Dr. Kartik Panikkar, IPSC Coordinator, J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, who first conceived the idea to rope in all honorable deans of the university and principals and IPSC coordinators on the vital issues we all need to confront in coming days. They deserve our sincere commendation and huge applause. The university has circulated a common timeline for admission process in colleges a couple of days back. So far, humanities is concerned, still we don't have baskets of various verticals available on the university website. It is expected to address this concern of students as well as teaching faculty. It is desirable to address this concern of the students, as I have said. Well, the university authorities must bring out a clear direction regarding workload a teacher will have about verticals, batches of students to be formed, field projects, OJTs, etc. It is good that higher education syllabi should be having an ecosystem which will have greater employability for the students at large in all sectors, including the world of entrepreneurship. I do beseech Quality Sahab to address certain issues we all have in our minds and help us. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I invite Dr. D.V. Nayak, Principal of Dr. M.K. Umathe College, for welcome address.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. All the dignitaries present here, Honorable Dr. Shamraoji Koroti, sir, Dean Faculty of Humanities, RTM Nagpur University, all the principals of collaborative institutions, all the teachers present here, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all of you on this final day of our 3-day seminar on the subject implementation of NEP 2020, opportunity and challenges. It is a pleasure to see such a diverse and knowledgeable audience here today, and I am honored to have the opportunity to address you. Over the past 2 days, we have witnessed insightful sessions and discussions on various aspects of the National Education Policy 2020. We have explored its vision, objectives, and the potential impact it holds for transforming our educational system. Today, as we bring this remarkable event to a close, it is only fitting that we dwell deeper into both the remarkable opportunities and the critical challenges in implementing this policy. The NEP 2020 presents a landmark moment in our educational landscape, offering us a comprehensive framework to re-envision and revitalize our educational system with its focus on holistic development of multidisciplinary learning and flexibility. The NEP aims to transform our learners into thinkers, problem solvers, and innovators of tomorrow. Moreover, it seeks to empower our educators and become a facilitator and mentors who ignite a passion for learning among our students. However, despite the immense opportunities the NEP presents, we cannot overlook the challenges we may face in its successful implementation. From infrastructure and resource constraint to addressing the digital divide, there are various hurdles that require our attention. Additionally, ensuring effective collaborations among stakeholders, capacity building of teachers, streamlining assessment, and aligning existing policies will also demand concreted efforts. Today, as we critically analyze the opportunities and challenges and lie ahead, it is essential that we reflect upon the discussions from the past 2 days and distill the key takeaways. By sharing our insights, experiences, and best practices, we can collectively work towards developing strategies that will enable us to overcome these challenges and maximize the opportunities that NEP 2020 offers. I urge each and every one of you to actively participate in today's session, engage in discussions, and share your valuable perspectives. Let us bring together our collective wisdom, ideas, and experiences to chart a clear path towards the successful implementation of 2020. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all the speakers and volunteers who have contributed to making this seminar an enriching experience. I would also like to express my appreciation to all the participants who have joined us here today. Your dedication to education is truly commendable. Lies in our collective efforts. Together, let us seize this golden opportunity to shape the future of education and empower generations. Thank you and wish you all the fruitful and enlightening day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Before proceeding further, I urge all the participants to post their questions on YouTube. आप अपने प्रश्न YouTube के थ्रू पूछ सकते हैं. Thank you. What does one ask from an academic intellectual? Scholarship, discipline, development, and above all, to present oneself as role model for younger generation. Dr. Shyam Rao Kureti measures with distinction on this scale. We are fortunate to have Dr. Kureti, Dean Faculty of Humanities, RTM Nagpur University, as resource person today. I invite Dr. Kureti to deliver his address.
Yeah, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's fine. From my side, there is some problem with my mic also, but it's okay.
Well, now it's loud and clear, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much for inviting me for such a wonderful kind of the workshop on the newly drafted this NEP 2020 program for all the 3 faculties. So I am fortunate enough to have to speak a little bit on this topic because already my colleagues, Dr. Kavishwar and Dr. Maheshwari sir, have already covered most of the part of the NEP 2020 measures, verticals, and so many things. And therefore that I would try to make it very precisely, and I will focus upon the certain points which may not have been touched. And therefore that I am very much thankful to the organizers. Dr. Naik sir was speaking about this today's program, his introductory speech. Taiwade madam was also, I think, there yesterday, probably today maybe she is there. And Dr. Domne sir, Dr. Peshwe sir, all of you are there, Dr. Naveen sir. You all people have made this program a wonderful one because a large number of the teachers, faculties are actually listening and they are actually the attendees for this workshop. So what we need to talk about this NEP 2020 and what kind of the challenges that we are facing today. These are actually the talks of the day. Definitely, I would like to try to answer some of the problems which we are facing today. This is a transition period through which that we all are going through, because this is the major kind of the change that has been made by the government of India and that has adapted 3-4 years before. And still we are actually in a dilemma that what kind of this program is. And therefore that certainly that most of the things have been understood by many of the faculties, but still there are certain kinds of the corners which not have been focused properly. And therefore there is a need of a dialogue like this, where that you need people belonging to the academia and they are supposed to talk on the topics. Today I am trying to focused upon the BA program of NEP, which is very much important. One of the major faculty of the Nagpur University, where we have already covered the commerce faculty, science faculty, and today that we are about to focus upon the humanities faculty. But my dear friends and teachers, do we really know that what is faculty of the humanities is all about? Actually, the faculty of the humanities covers the wide range of the subjects belonging to the different kind of the streams. Like, you know, that arts, it covers almost all the languages. And we have the huge number of the languages with us in the faculty of the humanities. And therefore, the pattern of and the nature of the study of these kind of the subjects is literally different to the other social sciences and humanities. Therefore, another category of the subjects which falls under the humanities is the social sciences, where that, for example, that we could find that social work, sociology, political science, economics, all these kind of the subjects that falls under the category of the social sciences. And humanities, these are basically the human-centric kind of the subjects, which talks about the evolution of the human being, like the history, anthropology, the kind of the ancient history, the kind of the subject. So although that these kind of the streams that we could find, and initially prior to the culmination of all such kind of the topic, such kind of the faculties into 4 faculties, before that these were separately studied and separately they have been kept. And that was the reason that we had the huge number of the deans earlier. But we have clubbed them together now under the canopy of the humanities. And therefore that although that the pattern and the nature of the subjects of the language is different, but they falls under the category of the humanities. Social science subjects, they are also under the canopy of the humanities, and the humanities subjects like history, anthropology, ancient India, the kind of the subjects have been kept under them. And therefore, why I am supposed to be talking on this? Because that science faculties and the commerce faculties, they are different to the humanities, because the nature of the subjects of the commerce is almost equal. They are not separate from each other. They are connected with each other. They are having the same kind of the nature. That is the one characteristic of the this commerce. At the same time, that most of the science subjects, they also have the same kind of the nature. Like most of the subjects are the practical based, we could say. They are connected with the labs, and therefore that the nature of the study of those subjects is actually similar. And therefore, there was a need of the making such kind of the strategy for this kind of the subject is easy, but it is difficult for the faculty of the humanities, because that we have the actually we could say the different kinds of the subjects, and therefore it was a tough task for all of us that when we talk about these kind of a thing. And that's why that the majority of the problems and majority of the questions that arise about the humanities. And therefore that languages particularly, they are hampered with this new kind of the NEP 2020. That was actually one of the concern of most of the teachers belonging to the affiliated colleges. And therefore that we need to understand that what has to be done and what kind of the structural kind of the changes have been done into the NEP 2020. And therefore that I am supposed to be telling you here that you will find that the different kind of the verticals which have been already actually included into the structure of the NEP 2020, those verticals also have been dealt by these subjects differently. In science and commerce, the similar kind of the structure has been made, and the common baskets is possible for them, but common basket is not possible for the humanities subject because the nature of these subjects is totally different. And that was the reason that why I am talking about the subjects about the humanities. Although that you are all learned people and you know very well that what is arts, what is social science, and what is humanities. Let's come to the nature of this a little bit more about the humanities. Why this humanities is important, that we need to make students understand that when they are supposed to be pursuing the graduation in the humanities, they must understand the society in which they live, and that is why there is the importance of these kind of subjects. They must learn the structured and managed and how the society is structured, managed, and governed. That is very much important for them, and therefore that is very much connected with the students also, not only the student but the parents and all the peoples or the other stakeholders, whoever is actually residing in the society. And therefore the humanity is important. Not only that one, but the students study the forces seeking to transform and redirect society in various ways. That is also very much important because society is influenced by various kinds of the things. That may be culture, that may be economic development, that may be social development, that may be science and technological development. And therefore that they need to understand that how that society is transformed. This is very much important. At the same time, that there are certain kinds of the values that like enshrined in the Indian Constitution, which the student has to understand. And therefore that we need to teach them different kinds of the things through these kind of the topics which are covered under the humanities faculty. And not only that one, but that we need to actually, I know what we are supposed to be doing in the faculty of the humanities, that we are actually teaching the students with some kind of, we could say, the responsible kind of the citizens to be, groomed through this faculty, and therefore that we have to give such kind of education through the subjects covered under the humanities. And that is why that humanity is very much important. Not only that one, but we people are belonging to the different kinds of the caste, categories, races, and so many other things. And this is the diversity of the India is very much important. So we must respect each other regarding different kinds of the ideas, thoughts, religion, maybe the lifestyles, and so many other things, cultural practices also. And therefore that the students must go through these kind of the studies. So what kind of the change has been made into the humanities that we need to see here? These are the verticals which have been discussed earlier also. I know it very well, but still this is my duty to tell you that what is in the faculty of the humanities. Like we know this, the majors, like major subjects, the discipline specific and major electives kind of the subjects. This is the prime, we could say, the subject where that the student has to take admission, and that he has to take this subject till his end of his degree, diploma, or certificate. So the major subject that is understood by everyone, that we have this structure like 4+2. There is one paper which is of 4 credit and another paper that is of 2 credits. So this is total 6 credit that we are giving at the semester 1.
Sir, your slide is not visible.
Then that minor subject is also there, but that is not in the the semester 1. That starts from the second semester, we know. Open electives are also there.
Sir, your slide is not visible actually.
Which one, sir?
Mishra madam.
Hello.
Mishra madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
स्लाइड सर का नहीं हो रहा है मूव ना मुझे.
ना सर नहीं हो रहा है सर. स्लाइड्स नहीं दिख रहे हैं सर के.
Okay. Let me see. Let me check.
Yeah.
Just a moment.
Paras, can you help with this?
Paras, sir?
Just a second.
He is checking, sir.
Just a minute.
हाँ सर बोलिए.
ये सर का भी स्लाइड का इशू आ रहा है. कल जैसे महेश्वरी सर का आ रहा था.
क्या मैसेज आ रहा है सर?
Slide is not visible.
Just let me see that what is there.
आ गया. Now it's visible.
हाँ अब ये प्रेजेंटेशन को एक्सेस करिए सर.
आ गया?
हाँ
अभी आ रहा है. हाँ आप फुल स्लाइड शो कर लीजिए सर.
Okay.
फुल स्लाइड शो कर सकते क्या सर?
Yeah, I'm just scrolling. Yeah, I will do.
हाँ.
Okay, it is visible now?
हाँ, now it is the first slide is visible sir.
Okay, I will go for the
फुल
second
स्लाइड शो हो नहीं पाएगा क्या सर उधर से? फुल स्लाइड शो आपके एंड से.
F5 प्रेस कीजिए सर. कीबोर्ड पे F5 है ना, उसको प्रेस
Which
कीजिए.
one? F5.
F5.
Okay, no control, nothing?
Nothing. Only F5.
Is it good?
Yes.
हाँ, now it is good sir.
Okay, that's right.
हाँ.
So
तब ये हाँ टेबल वाले इस पे, हाँ इस पे आ जाइए सर.
okay, so this was
Yes,
the
sir,
table
yes, sir.
which I was supposed to be discussing with you all. And
Yes, sir.
as I was telling you, that major subject, we know it very well. I know that the other peoples might have explained it very nicely. The minor subject, that is another subject is there, which every subject has to prepare, but it is meant for the other student. Like, if the student opted for the major as a history subject, then he should opt another minor subject from sociology or political science like that. Yeah, we know it very well. Then OE open elective is also the same. Like open elective has not to be chosen from the major or minor category or the group. It has chosen from the another subject or the another kind of the group. So we know all these kind of the things. I have particularly given the names in the Marathi also, so that the people can, because language people are there are so many in my stream, and therefore I thought that this will be helpful for them. Ability enhancement course, we know it, that is a linguistic and communicative base, that is very much important. But it is not doing anything with the languages or the literature. That is also that much important. Why it is not that much important? Because you know that the languages which we have kept in the group A and group B of the notification of the BA program. So there that in languages that one can go for the MA and PhD also. But for the ability enhancement course, that there is no scope for further studies like MA, or we could say the PhD. And therefore, that ability enhancement course is totally different than the literature and the languages. So this has to be understood by everyone. And another thing is that that there is a limited access for this ability enhancement course, that they cannot go further to the fourth semester. And therefore, their journey starts from semester 1 and it ends at semester 4. And therefore, that ability enhancement course cannot cover your workload and so many other things till the end of the program. And skill enhancement course and VSC, the vocational skill course, these are activity-based kind of the courses that each and every subject has to prepare. So the syllabus has been already there for the 2 units particularly, and that the there that we should have to mention that what is the role of the teacher and what is the role of the student, because it is experiment based, or we could say the activity based, and it is for the 2 credits only, like skill enhancement course and vocational skill courses. So they are very much connected with the major, and that skill has to be taught to the student by teacher. That may be at the field, we could say, or that may be in the classrooms, and later on that the student has to prepare some kind of the report of at least 10 to 15 pages, we could say, and that has to be presented before the students or the audience. And there may be that the teacher may conduct some kind of the conference or seminar on these kind of the skills. So this is, and another thing is that skill enhancement course and vocational skill courses, they do have the activity based kind of the teaching and learning, but at the same time that the workload of these kind of the subjects are very much connected with the major subject. This has to be taken into consideration. Then value education course, it has been already told you that there are 2 subjects that we know, that environmental studies and Constitution of India, semester 1 and semester 2. So these will be provided. That the syllabus has not yet been given to the deans or the BOSs, but that will definitely come through somewhere. So that value education course, that is compulsory one. prior to this kind of the courses, that value education course was audit course. It was not a credit course earlier. So there were so many other kind of the subjects which were audit courses and not credit courses. But this time, that value education course is compulsory and it is credit course. IKS that has been put into only the semester one only, and it is earlier that we have the confusion on this, that who is going to draft the syllabi for the Indian knowledge system. And therefore that most of the board of studies were waiting for that. That somebody somewhere, that the steering committee of the government of Maharashtra, they will circulate some kind of the guidelines. And they served some kind of the documents also. But there was no common consensus upon that how many subjects the faculty or the subject has to make as a IKS kind of the subjects. And therefore that in our faculty of the humanities, that all subjects have drafted a syllabus, at least one paper as an IKS for semester one subject. So that is there. And in sciences, I think, and in commerce also, they have made some kind of the common kind of the basket of the 4 to 5 courses only. But that is not in the case of the humanities, because we have large number of the subjects and every subject is having a different kinds of the nature. And therefore that the Indian knowledge system is different from each other. So that is the case in the humanities. Co-curricular or the courses, this is equal to all in commerce faculty, in science faculty, and the humanities also. You will find the same kind of the structure is adopted by all the faculties. So therefore that there is no any confusion. If it is available in the commerce or in this in the basket of the science, that is equal to all, and we are also uploading that in the under the head of the humanity. But it is same. Field project and OGT, this we know it very well, that how these are actually options to each other. They are not mandatory all, because certain subjects actually fits to the field project. Some of the projects, some of the subjects go for the OJT, and some of the subjects may opt for community engagement programs. So community engagement program and field projects, these are very much essential and necessary subjects for the study of the humanities particularly, because most of the subjects do not have like laboratories. Like as I said, that science people are having, and they are fortunate enough to have different kinds of the labs, or what we could say the different kinds of the entrepreneurships, where they can go and they can do their OJT kind of the work. But in most of the subjects of the humanities, it is not possible, because some subjects are definitely there who are having the practical kind of the base, like geography, we could say, the psychology, we could say, but not all subjects. And therefore that OGT is the least, we could say, the preferable in the humanities. But field project is very much fit to the structure, where that all the subjects, like my subject is history, therefore that the students can visit the temples, they can go to the forts, they can go somewhere in the vicinity, and they can visit historical and heritage kind of the places, and they can write a report. So that field project is fit to this kind of the subject. That is equally important for the other subjects like sociology, social work, and political science. And therefore that field project is important. Community engagement program is also fit to the some of the programs, like social work is very much there, sociology is there, and other subjects may opt that one also. So this is how that entire this category of the courses has been designed. And finally, that to prepare the student for the scientific kind of the temper, that the research project is also have been included into it. And that is how that these verticals have been put into this kind of the structure. But now the thing is, what I would like to say is that the most important thing is that earlier also such kind of the programs were there, but they were not mandatory. So this is the basic difference that we need to understand. Earlier also that we had, one more was there, I think CC is there, yeah, CC. So in the CC, like, we know that 5 things have been included into it, like the sports are there, that NSS, NCC, and then cultural programs, the games, everything has been included there. So these kind of the programs were also earlier in the curriculum and in the educational sector, but they were not mandatory, they were not compulsory, and that is the reason that students can skip it. But this time what happened, that nothing has been kept out of the box. Everything has been kept inside the box and which has been made mandatory. And that's why there is a little bit kind of the confusion among the teaching faculties or the teacher fraternity. And therefore that, like, you know, that field project, it was necessary for some of the subjects like social work people and the public administration people and the sociology teachers. That kind of the project report was already part and parcel of the final years of the MA programs. So therefore, this is not new kind of the thing, but earlier it was not in the graduation. It is now introduced into the graduation program. So likewise, that hand-on practice or hands-on training, that is also very much essential. Not only the theoretical kind of the teaching has to be engaged in the classrooms, but the students must know the technical kind of the thing. They must know how to handle the things. They must know through their experience or experimental kind of the training. And therefore that these kind of the things have been included within the box, as I said. So this is the reason that these kind of the courses have been included into it. Now we are coming towards the major and the minor subjects. So these are the baskets, not baskets particularly, but these are the groups. These have been made for the sake of conducting smoothly the examination. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. As I said, that there are 37 subjects in the under the canopy of the humanities. And if I will keep them open, and I'm not giving any kind of the groups, so it will be very difficult for the university to conduct the exams in a short period of time. And therefore, that what we did is that while grouping these kind of the subjects, we try to find it out the nature of the subjects. Like in the group A, that we have kept all the literature kind of the subjects, like Marathi literature, Hindi literature, Sanskrit, Pali, English, Urdu, Persian literature, and Arabic literature. So these are all the subjects of similar nature kept under the group of the A. Group B is meant for the languages, that English language, Marathi, Hindi, Sanskrit, Urdu, Pali, Arabic, and Persian. So this is how that the languages have been kept here. Earlier, there was a thought that the languages should not be kept in the groups. And that was actually one of the hot talk of the times, because, and why it has been included later on then, because this was the problem of the workload of lot many teachers working in the different kinds of the colleges. Because literature is not available in all the colleges, but language is there and it is a compulsory kind of the subject, and therefore the large number of the teachers are engaged here and there. And that's why this group was very much essential. Some of the subjects like Arabic and Persian, they may not be we could say the larger kind of the subjects taught in every college and institution, but English, Marathi, and Hindi kind of the subjects are very popular, and they are taught in various kinds of various institutions of the Nagpur University. And therefore that there was a need of keeping these subjects. Then group C, that we know that ancient Indian history, culture, archaeology, and history, of course, and library and information science. So while making like grouping such kind of the subjects, that was also some logic that we have applied. Like we have applied a logic like similar kind of the subjects must have to be kept under one group. And therefore, like ancient Indian history and history, these are similar kind of the subject. Library and information is not similar kind, but still that we have kept there because very few students go for that. Then group D is like economics, mathematics, and statistics. So some kind of the mathematical kind of the things are included there. And therefore that statistics, mathematics, and economics, we find some kind of the similarity, and that's why they have been kept there. Group E, that is political science, philosophy, and public administration. Group F, home economics, geography, and psychology. These are the practical subjects kept in group F. Then group G, that is drama, military science, fashion designing, music, and fine arts. And group H, sociology is a very favorite subject of most of the students, and therefore that we have clubbed them with the least popular kind of the subjects like Buddhist studies, Ambedkar thought, and Gandhian thought. Because we know that very few people go for those subjects, but sociology is one of the favorite. But subject that they are not actually, I do not say that they are not popular subject, but very few students opt for those Ambedkar thought and Buddhist studies and Gandhian thought. That is equally important. So this is how the groups of the subjects have been prepared here. Now that what student has to do, definitely if a student has chosen a major subject from group A, he has to go for the minor from the other category subject. You know, like group C, C, D, E, F, G, H, all are open for him. So this is how that there will be the system. So let's go to the another slide. So this is the common structure where that we have seen in the commerce and the science faculty also. This is according to that the government GR 20th April 2023 that the credits have been distributed like this, and these different kinds of the verticals have been included in semester 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is how the structure is there, and which is very much available on the website of the university also, that the people can check. So, but there is one difference that has to be understood. Like we know that this is OE, open elective paper, that starts from semester 1. So here that science people and the commerce people, they have actually developed the subjects of 2 credits. Like we have clubbed both of the credits together, because most of the humanities faculty subjects, they cannot cover their syllabus, or we could say the subject with a little kind of 2 credits is very less for them. And therefore that if a subject has to be taught to the student, that we have clubbed them together, and therefore that 2 plus 2 makes it a 4 credit subject has been introduced in the open elective category. So this is how that open electives have been there. But there are 2 other in the semester 3 and semester 4 that we have open elective kind of the subjects of 2 credits also, because the limit is already 2 credits, and therefore that we have kept some of the subjects of 2 credits also. So this kind of the change is there in the commerce and the science and the humanities, because the commerce and science people, they have particularly developed 2 credits of the OEs. Then regarding the minors, the minor is not actually meant for the student who has taken a major. If the major is history, that he cannot go for that. But history people have also developed a subject minor, because that is meant for the other kind of the students, like students of the political science or the sociology. They can come for the history as a minor subject. And what our board of study people did is that like most of the subjects are very popular for different kinds of the competitive examinations, and therefore that we try to inculcate into the curriculum certain kind of the topics which may attract them for their forthcoming examinations. So that is how that the minors have been designed. Open electives are also very much important, and that have been also giving some certain kind of information about the subject. So this is how that entire syllabus has been covered. I was attending this program on the day 1, and therefore that what are these levels that Kavishwar sir has already explained to you, and therefore I'm not going with them. Regarding the credit system and all these things have been explained by Maheshwari sir, and therefore there is no need to talk on those kind of the subjects here. But this is very much important, and you may know it very well, that the 3 years and 4 years, both of these degrees will run simultaneously. So where there is a PG course, there that the 4 years BA will be there, and where there is no PG, that 3 years UG course will be there. And therefore that although that the 4-year degree course that we are supposed to be talking about, but at the same time that we must also keep in mind that only those institutions will be fortunate enough to run 4 years degree course who have the PG courses in their colleges. So that we know it very well, but still I'm trying to complete my information from this side. And this is what we know, the credit distribution. Actually, this one is the old one, I think, that we need to go further. Okay, there is no need to explain everything from this side. Now we are coming towards the other things, like, this list of the baskets, different kinds of. I have taken the examples from the history, basically. And you may have the questions like, do we have the common kind of the baskets in the humanities? So I would like to say that we do not have the common baskets. Why it is not common? Earlier I explained to you that every subject is different to each other. And therefore that every subject has designed its minor, it's adopted the curriculum of the other subjects, like we could say the skill-based and the other BSc kind of the subject. So and IKS also. But some of I will show you examples also that how that we have designed. Like here, if I'm talking about the faculty of the humanities, under the category of the minor subjects, that the Board of Studies of the History, it has developed 5 kind of the subjects meant for the other student, not for the history students, but this syllabus is meant for other students. So this is the minor, like minor 1, minor 2, minor 3, minor 4, and minor 5. So we can see that where this minor starts, like semester 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that we will find this kind of the subjects are there. So this is the categories, and this is serial number 1, like the basket for minor category course. We are developing the list of all these subjects also, but it is very difficult to present here because it is almost 37 slides I need to present before you about the basket of minor category course. So this is just an example of history, and there are so many. Then we will go for the another category, that is the open elective category courses. Like this is the one of the example of the history. Likewise, the other subjects have also developed, and this open elective is again meant for the everyone. This is very much important to discuss. Like day before yesterday, I was there in this same meeting, and Kavishwar sir was supposed to be telling you that in the 20th April 2023, although that the open elective category has been kept as an across the faculties, like, but it's very difficult for the colleges of single faculty, double faculty and triple faculty is okay, but for the single faculty colleges it will be difficult. And therefore that all the deans have decided that the other than his major subject, that he can go for the open elective category. Like if the student has opted history as a major subject, sociology as a minor subject, that he can go for public administration as an open elective category. So this is how that the problem has been resolved, and all the BOS have been told to they dropped these subjects, open elective category subjects like this. And therefore this is one of the example of the humanities faculty from my faculty, and that is from my subject, history. So this is one of them. So again, that we can see that semester 1, 2, 3, 4 covers are there, that open elective category courses are available, and they are included already in the syllabus. Now you may have the questions like, so why do we do not have the common kind of the basket? As I told you once again, this is because that we do not have the common kind of the elective papers like in science and commerce, and therefore that every subject has developed open elective categories, and that is already inculcated into the curriculum framework of each individual subject. So what we need to do, that every subject teacher has to go through the syllabus which is available on the website, and he should have to identify that which are the subjects meant as an open elective, which are the subjects are VSC, which are the subject SEC. So this is how that he has to find it out. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to go through the huge pages which have been uploaded there. So this is about the open elective category. Now we will come towards SEC. I said earlier that this is a practical and experimental kind of the base subject, but still that semester 1, 2, and 4. So there this option is available. So we have developed courses like archival sources and techniques, historical tourism, techniques of writing history. So these are some skill enhancement courses developed from our side. So again, the same thing happens with the other faculties also. They have also dropped the syllabus, and they have they prepared this kind of the subject for the students. Then VSC, another this category is also very much important. So here that vocational skill course category under this, that these subjects are also activity based, and that will be taught to the students by the teacher, and therefore that workload has to be there. So how much workload that we can count on that? Like per credit, the 15 hours is 1 credit is equal to, we know it very well. So therefore, if the subject is of 2 credits, then we have to calculate 30 hours for these kind of the subjects which are activity based, and that can be allotted to the teacher. So this is how that is subjects, because earlier these kind of the subjects were not included within the framework of the syllabus. They have been kept out of the box, and therefore that audit course were different, but these are the credit course, and therefore that workload must be calculated of these kind of the subjects also. The problem is that who is going to teach such kind of the subjects? That is a different issue. That the teacher may not be aware of such kind of the subject, but he has to. Then let's come towards the IKS. These are some of the examples from the faculty of the humanities, like again history, economics, political science, sociology, English, Marathi, Hindi. These are just an example that I have a huge number of the subjects, and therefore that I haven't covered them all, but still that some of the courses have been designed by the respected board of studies of the different subjects. So these kind of the IKS. In the science stream that I have seen, that certain kind of the courses have been accepted and adopted by all the board of studies, and therefore that common basket is possible for them, as I said. So it is not possible for us because every subject is different, and every individual board of studies have developed their own IKS. So these are the baskets which have been there. At a glance, if you would like to see that how that structure of the certificate course, we know it very well that the certificate course, diploma, degree, and honors, and with research, all these kind of the things will be awarded to the student. Multiple exit, multiple entries, everything has been explained. So this will be the structure of the syllabi of the semester 1. If the student has to go for the semester 1, that these are the subjects like this is major mandatory 2, then minor is not available in semester 1. Open elective is there, BSc 1, SEC 1, and then AEC English 1, VEC environmental studies, IKS. So these are the compulsory kind of the components. CC is also there. That is also that much important. So every student has to go through these kind of the subjects. So although that everything has not to be taught to them by one subject teacher, like major subject has to be taught by the subject teacher, like history, the MM1, MM2. These are the history subjects. So that English teacher has, the history teacher has to teach them. At the same time, this minor is not available, but open elective is there. But this is meant for the other student, Indian freedom struggle. This paper is there of the history subject, but this is meant for the other subject. So the workload of a teacher is too much here. And till the end of the 8th semester, it has been already calculated by some of the learned teaching faculties and the deans of our university that the workload is going too high for a single teacher if available in the college. So that is there. Initially, it may not appear like that, but later on, step by step, when you go through this kind of the structure, that you will find that the teaching faculty is highly loaded with the workload. So, and therefore that there is no issue at all of the workload. Then this is the semester 1 and semester 2 structure. This is semester 3 and 4. This is just for example that I have put the history subjects into it. Then this is third year kind of the degree. And yes, this is 5th, 6th, and this is final one, 7th and 8th. So major electives that the student has to go and he has to choose one subject. But to facilitate the students according to their interest, that we have given them choices also. Like in other subjects also, that this kind of the arrangement has been made. So the major electives must be more than 2. More than one, we could say. If 2 are also enough, but we have given them 3 choices. And out of them, that student has to choose one. Research methodology is a compulsory subject, we know. So this is how the structure has been designed here. Before concluding my thoughts, let's come towards the analyze of the certain points. This is very much important that we know that NEP is a student-centric kind of the, the structure which has been adopted and designed and adopted by the government of India. And now that government of Maharashtra is highly enthusiastic about adopting this from this year. And therefore that we are all eagerly waiting for that, and we are preparing for this kind of the challenge. And student-centric means what? That the role of the teacher is different now. That earlier that the teacher's role was to teach in the classrooms, but here that the student has to learn. And therefore, that through the activities, through the experiments, through the exposure, that student actually gets a certain kind of the learning techniques. And not only that one, but these subjects, the humanities subjects, it was very difficult for me while I was drafting the notification of the BA program. And during that time that I came to the conclusion that definitely it will be difficult for me to draft a common kind of the notification for all the subjects. As I said, that subjects, some of the subjects are theoretical, purely theoretical kind of the subject. Some of the subjects are having both, like the theory and practical also. And therefore that it was very difficult to follow the guidelines given by the GR of the Maharashtra government. And therefore that we have given some kind of the flexibility to the subjects, like the music subject. The most of the music subject is basically belonging to the practical kind of the work. So hardly they have 2 credits kind of the program is meant for a theory, and 4 credit is meant for we could say the practical. So these kind of the subjects are there. So there is nothing a similar kind of the parameter or the similar kind of the scale through which that we can measure the subjects of the humanity. Like psychology, that in some of the universities, psychology is kept in science faculty, but in our university that psychology is kept in under the humanities faculty. And therefore again that this is a professional kind of the subject. And again, this is a subject much similar to the science subject, but it is kept under this category. Therefore, and earlier that we had a different courses, like, that when we talk about vocational courses or the skill courses, or some different kinds of the designs, some different kinds of the certificates and diplomas were there. But now that all these theoretical subjects, vocational subjects, skill enhancement courses are mixed under this kind of the program. And therefore, and another thing is that the credit system has been introduced. We know it very well, and therefore that the credits will be similar, and that will be counted with 1 hour. That there is earlier that we had the classes of 48 minutes and 1 hour in the PGs only. But now that everywhere that we are going to measure the credits with hourly basis. So these kind of the new changes have been introduced here. Again, there is one more important aspect is that that student has a liberty. What kind of the liberty? The liberty to go to the classes, or at least 60%, we could say the attendance that is compulsory for him. 40% is online kind of the teaching and learning methods there. If a student wanted to go and learn from some other institutions, that is also there. That how we will incorporate all these kind of the things into a single kind of the document and university system, that will be a very difficult kind of the task. But at the same time that the student has a liberty, he has a freedom. So he can join any institution and he can earn those credits and he can deposit it into that ABC. We know it very well. So this is also there. So online option is also there. But if the student is not willing to go outside, it's okay, no problem. That he can stick to his original subjects and he can go for the theoretical kind of the subjects and he can learn from the institution also. At the same time, that I was little bit worried about the structure, like, that the open elective course, because earlier when I gone through that GR of 20th April 23, so I was shocked that how it will be possible that the humanities student can go directly to the science stream and commerce stream. If it is made compulsory, it would have been very difficult for the student of the humanities. For the science, I can understand that some of the science students can come to humanities. The commerce student can come to the humanities and they can go for subjects like history, PubAd, polls. But what about the humanities student mostly, that they won't go for the commerce and the science faculties. And therefore that we have came out with the way out that he can go for similar faculty also with the different subject. So this is also very much important here. Thereafterwards, the subjects, although they have been mentioned as a major and minor, but in importance that they are all equal. There is no, the subjects are equally important. They cannot be measured through the words like major and minor. So this kind of the things are literally there. The credit framework is already designed by the steering committee, and that's why hardly we had the scope to make necessary changes into it. And therefore that the framework which has been already given and the verticals which have been already given by the steering committee or the government of Maharashtra GR, that we have to stick to that scale, and therefore that our structure is same. Although that in commerce faculty and in science faculty, that certain kind of the changes have been made, I know them, but it is not essential and definitely important to share here. So certain things are there. So this is how the things have been actually incorporated into the humanities. Although the structure is same, the NAP, that definitely it will be useful for the student, but I'm still worried about that how the student who is coming to the colleges from the rural areas, and there are certain kinds of the limitations of that skill enhancement courses and vocational courses, how that could be these kind of the subjects could be executed. In city it's okay, in the urban localities that we have ample space and student can go here and there, but still I am worried that how that we will make the rubrics and what kind of the parameters that will drop for the students belonging to the village schools and colleges. So that is my definitely a concern. You are all a learned kind of the persons. Definitely, we all can discuss on that, and we will come with that such kind of the challenge. Another issue is that recently that we have gone through one letter of the Maharashtra government, that is 13th March 2024, where that the letter is actually deals with the optional papers that has to be incorporated into the first year. The first year must be consisted of both the semesters, semester 1 and semester 2. So that if 3 options have been given to the students, that have been much better for the humanities faculty. Why it was important? Because when that student comes towards the college in the first year or the semester 1, he does not know, and he is not fixed with any kind of the idea that which subject he has to go for the major and minor. And therefore that choice was very right, and it was very fit to the humanities faculty. And I was one of the members who has attended the meeting at Nashik, and along with the Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor. And there that actually I was trying to put that it is definitely will be welcome for the faculty of the humanities, but that the university, the bodies like Academic Council has not adopted it, and therefore that we are stick with the 20th April 2023, the GR, and we have not adopted the 13th March 2024 letter, which was not mandatory and which was not compulsory also. But my opinion is, if you will ask me that what is your opinion, I will certainly say that would have been help to the humanities students in better way. Not only that one, but at the same time, the teachers, they must have been actually properly given the workload also in the semester 1. I have also adopted a design for that, like one I have shown you here earlier. If it would have been there, which is not. This is a mandatory 1, mandatory 2, mandatory 3. So these optional subjects, if would have been introduced in the semester 1 and semester 2. So this M1, M2, and M3 in semester 1, that one option must have been there. In semester 2, that we must have, we would have introduced 2 options. So likewise, the credit structure is also was fit to the structure. But this is not actually the talk of the day. This was just my concern for the students of the BA who are coming very ignorantly in the first year, and they do not know that what kind of the subject they has to go as a major and minor. Why this concern is because if that student is admitted in this kind of the structure and he has accepted any subject as a major, he cannot change it. Only that he has to come back to the first year once again, and he has to again go for the BA program. So this is actually the great loss to the students, and that was my actually concern. I don't know that how you people will take it, but this is my concern, and I tried to put it before the Academic Council also, but it was not accepted, and therefore that we are sticked with the old GR 20th April 2023. So this is how the things are there. I think that this is the right time to close, and that I am opening this dais for the Q&As. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for a very insightful presentation. There are few queries I just want to put in front of you. One of the participants requested you to share the PPT in the group. Will it be possible for you, sir?
No, that is very easy. That I will share you, no problem.
Okay, thank you, sir. One participant wanted you to explain multiple exit in short.
Multiple exit that that we know the first and second year is completed. The student can go. He can go for the exit option. He can come back to the third semester after gap. So that is how that we have the options here. Earlier, what happened that this if the some girl or the boy he is married or he may have some kind of the critical kind of the medical problem, he may discontinue from the courses or discontinue from the education system. But this time that their degree, the first semester and second semester kind of the degrees, they are not going to be wasted. So they are useful here. But the only condition is that before exit that he has to go for that skill kind of the courses, which we have included already in the syllabus. So these kind of the things are available from the first year. It means semester 1 and semester 2 exit is there. Semester 3 and 4 exit is there. Semester 4, 5 and 6 exit is there. So every time that he has to go for the essential kind of the credits, then he can go out, no problem. And he can come also.
Okay. One participant asked that can teachers include a workload of G, OE, SEC, BSc other than major and minor in their workload calculation?
Yeah, definitely, because we are awarding credits to them. These are not audit courses. So audit courses does not have that kind of the value, but credits are there, and therefore that workload is essential.
But will there be workload to co-curricular courses like NSS and NCC? What about that?
Earlier it was not there, but this has to be because credits are awarded.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. And I'm seeing the actually comments of the participants. They are very happy from your presentation, and everyone is actually thanking you for your important information and other things. Thank you very much, sir.
Madam Purity sir, I have a few queries if allowed to ask.
Yes, sir.
Purity sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Nihal sir.
Sir, in semester 1, uploaded on the university website, that is BA guidelines and schemes of examination. In semester 1, we are supposed to give them one major subject or two, because here you have written major T1 and major T2.
Yes, sir. That 4 credit, one subject was difficult for us to keep, like 6 credit were there. So we have adapted one course of the 4 credits and one course of 2 credits, and therefore that 4 plus 2, and therefore that we have introduced 2 majors, like one major of 4 credits and one major of 2 credits.
It means 2 subjects of under major category are to be allowed them to enroll. 2 subjects.
Because that practical subjects they can go for differently. Like they will go for theory of 4 credits and practical of 2 credits. But we the purely those subjects which are falls under the category of the theoretical subjects only, that we did not have an option, and therefore that we have introduced 2 credit subject also.
Okay. And one more.
No, that means 2 subjects or 1 subject, sir, for non-theory, for non-practical subjects.
For non-practical subject, 2 subjects, 2 papers are there. 4
papers or 2 subjects, sir.
Yeah. In major now we have 2 subjects of the same subject.
एक history और एक English literature ले सकता है वो.
No. Not they are falls under the major category, no. So major is from similar bracket, similar kind of the subject.
अच्छा, एक ही group का लेना है उसको.
Yes.
अच्छा.
One more thing, sir. In on page number 3, it is written that he has to select a minor subject at the time of admission to 3rd semester. It means he will choose minor subject while seeking admission in 2nd year.
In which letter, sir?
This guideline and scheme of examination. This is written on page number 3.
Okay, on which category?
Minor subject. I'm talking about minor subject.
Minor subject from any one group under table 3, clause 4, except the subject in group of the major subject or any other degree program. Okay. Yeah, it has to be second semester, but probably that this is a notification that definitely we will change it, sir.
Okay, that has to be second semester, right?
Yeah, second semester. Thank you.
Because here in
this scheme that we have introduced from the second semester, right?
Second semester, right, sir.
Right.
And one more query is there, sir. In humanities, I haven't found this basket of open elective vocational skills, skill enhancement course uploaded on the website.
No. See, I talked much about that. It is not possible to make a basket, but still we will try that. Because every subject has developed its subjects, minor subjects. So we have 37 subjects, and it will be huge document of the, in every curriculum of the respected subjects, they have already designed the minor subjects. They have also designed the VSC, SEC, and therefore, if a teacher goes to the curriculum, he will definitely come through these kind of the subjects. So it is a part and parcel of that. These are not the common subjects, because in science and commerce, they have made the common subjects, and therefore basket is possible for them. But we have individual kind of the subjects, and therefore that every subject has their own kind of the structure.
This means that we will have to study the syllabus of all the subjects which are there in our college.
Yeah, and now that again, another thing is that some of the subjects have revised their curriculum also, which was uploaded. That was a proposed kind of the curriculum. So later on, that certain kinds of the guidelines have been adapted. Some kind of the suggestions have been taken into consideration. Now that final version of the syllabus will be uploaded very shortly.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
सर मुझे अभी भी कंफ्यूजन इस बात का है कि 2 मेजर लेना है उसको फर्स्ट सेम में, और 2 अलग अलग ग्रुप से नहीं, एक ही ग्रुप से लेना है।
एक ही ग्रुप से लेना है।
अच्छा, जैसे इंग्लिश लिटरेचर है उसके साथ मराठी लिटरेचर लेना है उसको, ना चाहते हुए भी।
No. The major is from the single subject, English 1, English 2.
अच्छा, यानी मेजर उसका इंग्लिश लिटरेचर ही रहेगा, लेकिन उसके 2 पेपर रहेंगे उसके।
राइट,
ऐसी है ना सर?
हाँ, ऐसे ही है सर।
अच्छा, यानी एक 4 क्रेडिट का पेपर है और 2 क्रेडिट का पेपर है
फ्रॉम द सेम सब्जेक्ट।
सब्जेक्ट चेंज नहीं है?
नहीं, नॉट सब्जेक्ट चेंज, नो सब्जेक्ट चेंज। OEM minor is possible if minor is not available in semester 1, but in semester 2 there is.
बोलने का मतलब पॉलिटिकल साइंस लिया तो पॉलिटिकल साइंस के 2, 1 और 2 वो लेगा।
हाँ,
लिटरेचर लिया तो लिटरेचर के इसमें ने वो मेजर जो है वो एक ही डिसिप्लिन, एक ही सब्जेक्ट एरिया से लेगा, वो 2
एक ही सब्जेक्ट से लेगा।
हाँ, इसमें टीचर्स के वर्कलोड में हेल्प होगा इसमें एक्चुअली।
सही है।
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any more query? I'm not seeing in the YouTube. So thank you very much, sir, for your presentation.
Madam, there is one question from my side, if you allow.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Proceed, sir.
Sir, Koreti sir, namaskar.
Namaskar,
there is a
namaskar,
question. I think, sir, namaskar, sir, namaskar.
नमस्कार
Sir,
सर.
economics मध्ये, सर नमस्कार. सर, इकॉनॉमिक्स मध्ये इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम साठी काही सेपरेट बास्केट दिले का? व्हॅल्यू एज्युकेशन दिलाय का? कारण की आमच्याकडे इकॉनॉमिक्स
नाही, ते लोक रिवाइज सिलेबस करत
की तशा प्रकारचं सिलेबस त्यांच्या बोर्डात तयार.
हा, इकॉनॉमिक्स मध्ये कौटिल्याज इकॉनॉमिक्स असं काहीतरी विषय त्यांनी नक्की घेतलेला आहे, मला माहित आहे ते, पण ते नवीन रिवाइज सिलेबस मध्ये ऍड होईल आणि ते अपलोडेड व्हायचं आहे.
So I want to say something to
sir, please.
Shamrao Koretti. Yesterday we had a meeting of Principal Forum. Dr. R.G. Boyer has addressed that meeting yesterday in depth, and he has appreciated that it's only the your faculty, humanity faculty, where the workload has been enhanced, increased,
yeah.
and instead of shortfall of the faculty, additional faculty will be needed now. So great job you have done. Except for the languages, you have to think seriously for Hindi, Marathi, and English language teacher.
Definitely.
Little bit problem that you have to sort it out. But as now, as per your structure which you have prepared, faculty is going to be increased. Additional faculty will be needed.
Yeah, definitely.
So either we have to, since our college are granted, either we have to approach joint director for getting additional CHB.
Yes.
And joint director has already issued NOC to our granted colleges or to fill up the post of CHBs for the next academic session.
That's great, sir.
So we have to approach again joint director if the workload is increased, particularly in arts faculty and humanities. If the work increase, other principals may agree with me. Sir, आपल्याला परत joint director ला approach करावं लागेल. पेशवे sir, Naik sir, Dr. Abhay Mudgal, we have to approach again joint director.
करू सर, आज 2 वाजता मीटिंग आहे संताजी कॉलेजला, तिथे हा मुद्दा ठेवता येईल.
नाही, as a dean of the faculty, Koratti sir will also recommend na.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Joint director la, his recommendation matters, Naik sir.
Yes, sir.
The workload has been enhanced, additional faculty is needed in arts faculty. And so that joint director will again issue us the NOC for additional. Otherwise, joint director will say now that the date is over. Now we are not going to give you the CHBs. So in that case, we people will be in trouble. We have to pay additional. We have to appoint the faculty and pay additional to the faculty. So that problem will crop up in future. But you have done a wonderful job, Koratti sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I invite Dr. Akhilesh Peshwe, sir, Principal, Dharampet Science College, for sharing his kind words.
Thank you so much, madam. Very happy to be a part of this workshop and be with you all. Actually, whenever we organize something, or some event, there is always like certain things are important and the other things are less important. What was really important at one point of time was having an idea, which came out when we were discussing, both Dr. Nihal Sheikh and Dr. Karthik Panikar along with me. We were thinking about how to implement and what information we should give to the students and all that. And suddenly this idea came out and we found ourselves in the corridors of the 4 deans. And they instantly agreed to have some sort of a workshop and be there. And they were there as they promised. So, but then after the idea, what was really important was the implementation, and that became possible only because of the support that we felt, even without contacting these highly respected principals. We felt their support from inside. So much is the bond that we share with each other. And in hardly some time, like in just couple of days, in just couple of calls, we organized this event. And this has not been possible without the staunch support from all the principals. And it speaks of only one thing, an act like this speaks of only one thing, and that is we all have a common heart and common mind for our students, and we think about their welfare. And one thing is clear, that the NEP is well received and welcomed by all. And so the thing is, though we are keen, of course, there are certain issues. And there was a time, like, when we were having a lot of questions about what to put in the prospectus, what should be conveyed to students, what kind of briefing should be there for the faculty. And I'm sure that after these 3 valuable presentations from the deans, our ideas are much clearer than before. Of course, there is a recurrent, topic that is coming up about the workload, and there are different perspectives, and there should be discussions on this. And in fact, I'm also of the same opinion as Professor Domne, Professor Naik, and the other principals have expressed here, that, instead of like thinking of us as now, separate pockets and sections like university and affiliated institutions and language teachers, all of us should come together. And university, through the deans and principals, we can all of us together can have a discussion. We can have a separate session on this, in fact, like this, and then approach the government corridors. because that is important, being together, because it's not like now it is our baby, it was your baby before. It is like something that we need to stand together and we need to find solutions for. And I'm very sure that this momentum will continue. I express my deep gratitude to all the respected principals and the patrons for being with us. And discussions on workload can always be there because we believe in Susamvad. For example, we say that Vade Vade Jayate Tattva Bodha. There is a perspective because there is some reason. And so something good should come out of the discussion. With that belief, I think I would like to pause. I am obliged to all of you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर।
थैंक यू।
आप लोगों के द्वारा उठाया गया कदम, ये जो पहला कदम था, हम लोगों को बहुत दूर तक ले जाएगा। और ये एनईपी को लागू करने में जो हम लोगों की कठिनाइयां थी, फॉर ऑल द टीचर्स, वी आई थिंक most of the problems are going to sort out after the organization of this workshop. Thank you very much, all the organizing team. On behalf of the organizing team, I extend my sincere gratitude to resource person of today's, Dr. Shyam Rao Kureti, for his valuable guidance. I extend my sincere gratitude towards all the deans who actually given all the solve the problems in last 2 days also. I express my sincere thanks to Dr. Abhay Muddal sir, officiating principal of VMB College. I'm very thankful to Dr. S.K. Naveen sir, principal Nabhira Mahavidyalaya, for his sincere help. I extend my thanks to Dr. D.V. Naik, principal of Dr. M.K. Umathe College. My sincere gratitude to the organizing team for such a thoughtful step. We are thankful to all the participants who have come here with good preparation. And my sincere thanks special thanks, I should say, to the technical team for making this workshop as a grand success. Thank you very much, one and all. मैं आप सभी का एक बार फिर हृदय से धन्यवाद देती हूँ। इसी के साथ हम विदा लेते हैं, ये विचार लेकर कि यहाँ के बाद हम फिर मिलते रहेंगे और एनईपी को लागू करने में हमें जिस भी तरह की एक दूसरे की मदद की जरूरत होगी, हम एक दूसरे के साथ हाथ बढ़ाते